Have you ever noticed a woman remembering tiny, seemingly insignificant details about you? The way you take your coffee, that childhood story you mentioned once, or even the way you tap your fingers when you think. If she does, my friend, she's emotionally invested in you. And in the world of Stoicism, understanding and nurturing such genuine affection is key to forming deep, meaningful connections. Stick with me as we break this down. Segment 1. The power of memory in emotional connection. Science tells us that memory and emotion are deeply linked. When someone remembers tiny details about you, it means you occupy a special place in their mind. Women, in particular, tend to remember the things that matter to them emotionally. A woman in love will recall things you might have forgotten you even said. This isn't just about memory, it's about connection. Segment 2. How to recognize these signs. So how do you spot these signs? Here are the key behaviors to watch for. She brings up past conversations. Ever had her say, "Remember when you told me?" That's her showing she listens, because she cares. She notices small changes in you. A new haircut, a shift in your tone, or even your mood. If she picks up on these, she's invested. She recalls things that even you forget. Your childhood pet's name. That dish you tried once and loved. These aren't random memories, they're evidence of affection. Segment 3. The Stoic approach to nurturing it. Now, here's where Stoicism comes into play. Instead of taking this attention for granted, a Stoic man recognizes and appreciates it. You don't overanalyze or get lost in emotion. You acknowledge, respect, and reciprocate. Here's how. Be present in conversations. If she remembers details, it means she values your words. Do the same for her. Show appreciation, not obsession. A simple, "I love that you remember that" can mean the world. Stay composed and consistent. Women value emotional stability. Show her she's safe in her affection for you. A woman who's into you will pick up on things that most people would overlook. She'll remember your favorite coffee order, a childhood memory you casually shared, or even the way you smiled at a certain joke. But why does this happen? Psychology tells us that when someone has strong feelings for another person, their brain actively stores information about them. This is because emotions heighten memory retention. Simply put, if she remembers, it's because you matter to her. Now let's break down the key signs that indicate she's not just interested, but emotionally invested. She brings up details you forgot. Imagine this. Months ago, you mentioned your favorite childhood snack. Out of nowhere, she surprises you with it. This isn't random. It means she listens and values your words. She's paying close attention, even to things that seem insignificant to you. If she does this, respond with appreciation. A simple "wow, you actually remembered that," with a smile can make her feel special. She connects past conversations. A woman who likes you won't just remember facts. She'll connect them over time. For example, you once told her you love a specific song. Then one day, she sends it to you, saying, "This reminded me of you." That's an emotional bridge. She's tying you to her experiences. When this happens, acknowledge it. Say something like, "I love that you remember these little things about me." It reinforces her emotional attachment to you. She adjusts her actions based on what you like. Here's a subtle but powerful sign. She tweaks her actions based on what she knows you appreciate. Maybe you once mentioned you love women who wear a certain color, and suddenly she starts wearing it more. Or you casually said you preferred deep conversations over small talk, and now she brings up more meaningful topics. This is her subconscious way of aligning with your preferences. She's trying to be the kind of woman you're naturally drawn to. If you notice this, let her know you appreciate it. It makes her feel like her efforts are being seen and valued. She remembers your struggles and supports you. This one is huge. A woman who truly cares won't just remember fun details. She'll remember your struggles too. Let's say you once mentioned a stressful deadline or a family issue. Days later, she checks in and asks, "Hey, How did that thing go? That means she cares, not just about you as a man, but about your well-being. The right way to respond: open up a little. Show appreciation. You don't need to spill your heart out, but a simple, "That meant a lot. Thanks for asking," can deepen the bond. The biggest mistake men make. All right, now for the most important part. The biggest mistake men make when a woman remembers tiny details. They ignore it. Too many guys brush it off or assume it's just what women do. No. If she's remembering things about you, she's emotionally invested. If you don't acknowledge it, she might feel unappreciated, and that emotional connection can fade. So, next time a woman brings up a tiny detail about you, don't just nod and move on. Recognize it, appreciate it, and nurture it. Because when a woman truly listens, remembers, and cares, that's rare. Now, I have a question for you. Have you ever noticed a woman remembering small things about you? How did you respond? Drop your answers in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. She brings up details you forgot. Let's say months ago, you casually mentioned that you loved a certain dish your grandmother used to make. And then one day, she surprises you with that exact dish. This means she isn't just listening. She's storing information about you because you matter to her. How to respond: smile, make eye contact, and say something like, "Wow, I can't believe you remembered that. That means a lot to me." When you acknowledge and appreciate her efforts, you reinforce her emotional attachment to you. She brings up inside jokes or special moments. Another powerful sign: she references inside jokes or special moments only you two share. She texts you randomly. "Remember that time we got caught in the rain? That was hilarious." Or she hears a song and says, "This reminds me of you." Why is this important? Because when a woman starts associating things with you, it means she's mentally linking memories and emotions to your presence. How to respond: play along. Say something like, "Haha, how could I forget? That was one of my favorite moments with you." This keeps the connection alive and builds a stronger emotional bond. She adapts to your preferences. Pay attention to subtle changes in her behavior. If she remembers that you like a woman in red, and she suddenly starts wearing red more often, that's no coincidence. Or if she knows you love a certain type of music, and she starts bringing it up in conversations or playing it when you're around, it's a sign she's trying to align herself with what you like. The right move: notice it, compliment her, make her feel like her efforts aren't going unnoticed. A simple, "You look amazing in that color," or "I love your taste in music," can make her feel like she's winning you over. 4. She remembers your struggles and encourages you. Here's something most guys overlook. If she remembers your problems and checks in on you, she genuinely cares. Let's say you told her last week that you were stressed about work, and a few days later she asks, "How did that big meeting go?" That's huge. It means she's emotionally invested in your well-being. Best way to respond: be appreciative. Say, "That means a lot." Not many people check in like that. Don't overshare, but open up just enough to show you value her support. When she feels trusted, her emotional bond with you grows even stronger. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep insights into female psychology and Stoic wisdom. Until next time, stay sharp and stay stoic.